You may have noticed that we have a special guest this evening. Rabbi Fort is back for a brief couple of weeks. Yes, you're a guest for now, you know.
She's not a guest.
Yeah. She's going to be here for, she's back. She's back. She's going to be back for a couple of weeks for the high holidays, thank God. And then she's going to finish up her maternity leave. But she wanted to come here and share it all with you right now, so we're very delighted she's here. And, of course, we're also delighted that we are celebrating the bar mitzvah of Ari Spelkin. And we're anticipating that this is the last Shabbat before Rosh Hashanah, so the clergy up here may be a little bit, jittery. But we're ready. We got this. Okay, ready. So we're going to begin now with Hine Matov. Now we'd like to invite the mother of our bar mitzvah today, Melanie, to come up and bless the candles. Anybody else who wants to come up from the family would like to come up and bless the Shabbat candles, and please rise. It's a big family. You may be seated. And now that we've turned on the lights, we can welcome the Sabbath angels with Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom,
Shir Ladonai Shir Chadash. Sing to God a new song, page 13. Yismechu Hashemayim, the heavens will rejoice. It's found on page 14. Look at where the little orange triangle is. That's where we're going to start. And then we're going to flip to page 20, so keep your thumb over there. We're going to go to where the little orange triangle is there with Romamu. So starting with Yismechu Hashemayim, page 14.
Yismechu Hashemayim, Hashemayim, Yismechu Hashemayim, Hashemayim, Yismechu Hashemayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yismechu Hashemayim, Yismechu Hashemayim, Yismechu Hashemayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam umelo. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam umelo. Yismechu Hashemayim, Hashemayim, Yismechu Hashemayim, Yismechu Hashemayim, V'tagel haaretz. Page 20. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'yishtachavu lehar kodosho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'yishtachavu lehar kodosho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'yishtachavu lehar kodosho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'yishtachavu lehar kodosho.
Shabbat was sometimes seen by our sages as a wedding day for the Jews and the Sabbath day. Sabbath day didn't have a partner. There's 7 days in a week. That's an odd number. The Sabbath was left out, so we are the partner to Shabbat. And so now that we've had some wedding music, so to speak, some music to get us all excited and ready, we're going to welcome the Sabbath bride with Lecha Dodi, page 23. Now that we've welcomed the Sabbath bride, let's welcome each other. Wish each other Shabbat Shalom. Okay. Now we'd like to welcome those who are observing Yahrzeit or those who are in mourning to join together now for the words of the Mourner's Kaddish, which is found on page 30. Yit Kadal v'Yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah B'Alma Divrach Yirutev Yamlich Malchutei V'Chayechon Uv'Yomechon Uv'Chayei Dekol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala Uvizman Kariv Yimru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mivarach Li'alam Li'almei Maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shmei Dekudsha B'richu. La'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiron bi'alma v'yimru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen. Osei shalom b'mramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru Amen. Now we're going to ask everyone to rise as we formally begin the evening service with Baruch Hu, page 39.
Ba'arehu e Adonai ha-mevo Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
You may be seated. With timeless love, you have loved your people, the house of Israel. You have taught us Torah and mitzvot, statutes and laws. Therefore, Adonai our God, as we lie down and as we rise up, we shall speak of your laws, rejoicing in the words of your Torah and your mitzvot forever and ever. Ahavat Olam, page 40.
אהבת עולם, בית ישראל, בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת עלינו אדוני אלוהינו, בשוכבנו בשוכבנו ובקומנו, נשיח, נשיח, נשיח בחוקך, אהבת עולם, בית ישראל, בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגי יומם ולילה, ואהבתך, ואהבתך, אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל.
We turn to page 41 for the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha ubechol nafshecha ubechol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anohi mitzavecha hayom al bavecha ve'shinantam levanecha ve'dibartam bam ve'sheticha bebetecha uletecha v'derech u'shofbecha u'chumecha u'kshatam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot beinenecha u'chtaftam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha.
We continue silently with the paragraphs on page 42.
Adonai Elohechem emet.
Who is like you, Adonai, among the mighty? Who is like you, adorned in holiness, revered in praise, working wonders? Micha Mocha, page 44. Allow us, Adonai our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Hashkivenu, page 45.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamideinu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamideinu malkeinu lechaim. Sometimes I lay under the moon and I thank God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I'll drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around. 'Cause all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more war and our children will play. One day, one day, one day. Oh, one day, one day, one day. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamideinu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamideinu malkeinu lechaim. Ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha, baruch atah Adonai, chapore sukkot shalom aleinu, ve'al amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
Amen. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat. The children of Israel will observe the Sabbath for all generations. Page 46.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat Lasso et HaShabbat ledorotam b'rinam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat Lasso et HaShabbat ledorotam b'rinam. B'nei Uven b'nei Yisrael ot hi le'olam, ot hi le'olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat Lasso et HaShabbat ledorotam b'rinam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et ha'ar. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat Lasso et HaShabbat ledorotam b'rinam. Uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat Lasso et HaShabbat ledorotam b'rinam.
text for the Chatzi Kaddish, middle of the page. Now we have an opportunity to have a private audience with God for the silent Amidah, page 47 to 52. We take 3 steps to indicate our entering to God's presence. Go back into our prayer books now for Shalom Rav, page 51.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Shasim le'olam, V'shalom Rav al kol yoshvei tevel, Shasim le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Shasim le'olam. Shalom Rav
middle of 52.
Shalom, Imbrama, Shalom, Imbrama, Huyase, 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 Shalom, Huyase, 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 Shalom, Huyase, 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 Shalom, Aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down. Shalom, Imbrama, Shalom, Imbrama, Huyase, 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 Shalom, Huyase, 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 Shalom, Huyase, 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 Shalom, Aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down.
And now a special prayer for those in need of healing among our family, our friends, our congregants, and our friends in Israel, our family in Israel, and those who are captive. Misha Berach.
May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing for us and all of those we love. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We may be seated now, and we'll continue with the Kaddish Shalem, page 54.
Nikada v'yikadashem Rabba, ve'amad yivraki rute, ve'amlich malhute, l'chayei chon of yom echon, l'chayei dekot be'Yisrael, v'agalah of yizman karif, ve'imeru amen, yehi shmei Rabba mevora, ve'olam olam ve'amaya. Yitbarak v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yirama v'yinaseh, v'yihadar v'yileh v'yihalal, shemei dekudashah b'rihu, le'el Ela Miko Birchata Vashirata, Shushbechata Venechemata, Damiran Beama, Veimeru, Amen. Tika Balsahon Ubahon de Kol Yisrael, Hadam Abuhon de Vishmaya, Veimeru, Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chaim Elena Vel Kol Yisrael, Veimeru, Amen. Oh, say Shalom Bim Roma, Huya say Shalom, Elena Vel Kol Yisrael, Veimeru, Amen.
Shabbat Shalom. It's good to be back. Well, no. It is good to be back. It is. I missed you guys. I'm almost 7 weeks into my maternity leave, but that is on pause right now because I don't know if you're aware. I don't know if you've heard. We've got some holidays coming up. So a few, fairly important holidays. They are beckoning on the horizon. And without a doubt, the most important sermons you give as a rabbi during the year are the ones you give on high holidays. They have to be the absolute best sermons of your life that year. And it's because either that's the one time of year that some folks are actually going to be in the room to hear you talk. Just being honest, and it's okay, we don't judge, it's fine. Just, for so many folks, they don't find themselves in this building during the year, or they're not tuning in during the year. So the sermons they hear over high holidays, those sermons have to be the best sermons. Or they're regulars. I think that might be worse. It's a lot of you people. Because we see you all year, we see you here. So, you can judge versus what we usually do. And we don't want to disappoint you, and especially on Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur. You got high expectations. So the sermons you hear on high holidays, they have to be the best sermons. Either way, we can't win. It's a lot of pressure. We have to take our texts and our traditions that are thousands of years old and make them come alive in modern times, make them resonate, make them relate. For everybody in the room, all ages, all levels of life experience. And that takes real wisdom to be able to do that. That's real wisdom. It feels like we have to take the very essence of God, just pull a little spark of it out of heaven and reveal it to everyone. It feels like we have to bring perfection. And that's in a regular year, okay? Like in an ordinary year. Of course, this is not an ordinary year. Because in less than 2 weeks, God, I can't imagine. In less than 2 weeks, it will be 1 year since October 7th. Since Jewish life as we know it was upended. Since our lives as Jews were upended. And you all will, and I think you should, and I think that's fair. You'll be coming to Shul expecting, if not answers, then wisdom, insights. And we, your rabbis, we do owe that to you. I think that is very reasonable, that we should have something of substance to say to you this high holidays. This year of all years, we should bring you the best sermon, the perfect sermons to make sense of the senseless, to spy a little light in the darkness, to find strength in the void, left behind like a day that was October 7th for our people. This year, more than ever, we all need to feel close to God, to feel the divine that moves in the world despite the ungodly behavior of some of humanity. We need to feel holiness, not far away in heaven, but right here. And we feel the pressure to provide that for you. That's a whole other level of pressure. And I keep telling myself this year, I tell myself, Sarah, this year you really, really got to bring it. More than previous years. But I have to confess that when it comes to high holiday sermon writing now, I find myself feeling empty, just empty. Because I know these have to be the best sermons of my life. I know. This is my 7th year. I know that I have to do that by this point. I'm aware. And it's true every high holidays. But this year, I feel different on the inside because I keep thinking, I can't shake the feeling that I just don't have it in me. What can I give you? I don't have some ultimate wisdom to offer. I don't have this superior insight, this perfect bit of knowledge to offer you. And if I can't do that, who am I? Who am I to stand here to talk to you on Rosh Hashanah or Yom Kippur? What do I have to say? What amazing insights do I have about a year that has been so extraordinary and so terrible? I'm just me. I'm not enough to have that kind of depth of knowledge and wisdom for you. But I think we all have these moments in life where we find ourselves just kind of grasping, looking for not just an answer, the explanation that makes all the pieces fall into place, a juggernaut of an idea, a brilliant insight. It feels like that sometimes at work. You've just got to have the solution with your family when your kids ask you those questions that gut you, and you're like, I don't have the answer in me. Often it's when things go really sideways, when things are going badly. We find that we have to have that perfect answer, the perfect solution, and we look outside of ourselves for direction because on our own we feel insubstantial. Who am I, we say? What could I know? Especially in a world, for Jews, post-October 7th. I want to have the answer for you. I want to deliver it for you more than anything. And I find myself feeling less. But life is funny. Just when you find yourself grasping outwards, looking for the right words, the wisdom, the insight, God, there's a little reminder right in the Torah, the bit of the Torah that we read this very Shabbat. The last Shabbat of this great and terrible year, 5784, the Torah, our Jewish tradition, our holy wisdom, reminds us of where we can find, if not the answer, the strength to look for answers. If not the wisdom, the knowledge that we are wise. If not the perfect insight, the confidence in our own capabilities. And that is enough. Because this week Moses is preparing his goodbye letter to the Israelites. He knows he's not going to live to see the Holy Land. He will die before the people enter it, leaving them bereft of the leader they have known their whole lives. And the people are understandably very nervous. How will they live without the wise Moses, the great Moses and his guidance, his interpretations? How will they manage their lives without the direct line to God? And so Moses reassures them with his last words on earth. The most important part to remember of all of his teaching, he says, Ki mitzvah hazot, surely that which I teach you is not beyond your reach. Lo b'shamayim hi. Wisdom is not in heaven, he says. Wisdom is not in heaven, he says. Ki karov alecha hadavar me'od. Wisdom, Moses says, is very close to you. Bilvavecha, he says, it's in your heart. It's inside of you. Which is to say, we don't have to have all the answers. We don't have to have the answer. We have within ourselves the strength to look for answers. We don't have to have this ultimate wisdom. We have within ourselves knowledge of right and wrong. And that's enough. We don't have to have some earth-shattering insight, the perfect insight. We have the ability to know our own capabilities, the strength that's always been inside of us, that has helped us to weather every storm in our lives thus far. So I give myself leave this high holiday, and thus I give to you as well. Leave of the feeling that we have to have all the answers all the time, that we have to be the best bar none, we have to produce perfection. I give us leave of that. I give us leave of feeling like our capabilities or our knowledge is not enough. It is enough. We are enough. You are enough. We are smart and we are sound and we are stronger than we realize. We don't need to search outside of ourselves for God, because when the world feels so hard, like it does now, that knowledge of ourselves The strength we know is in ourselves, the confidence we have in ourselves that we were born with. It's always been there, bilvavecha, in our hearts. And that strength we have in ourselves, what we are capable of and what we know, that is holy. That's godly. And so are we. I wish you a Shabbat Shalom and an early Shana Tova.
Thank you, Rabbi Ford, for coming back and inspiring us. I was worried for a bit there that you were going to heighten my anxiety. And after all, Professor McGonagall just died, so she can't wave her magic wand to make everything better. You did hear that, yes? Right, yeah, okay. Yeah, so, but I think we're going to be fine. So, so now we're going to, actually, it's not for nothing that the national anthem of Israel is Hatikva, the hope, because particularly after this year, that's something we can all hold on to. Jewish people have always had hope, and that has enabled us to face all kinds of things in our thousands of years of history. So let's rise now and do Hatikva. And now let's remain standing as we open the ark for Aleinu, page 56.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol l'tegedula l'yotzer breshit lo asanu kegoye haratzot velo samanu kamishbecha ha'adama shelo samchel kenu kahem v'goralinu kechol amona va'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech mohei halachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noteh shamayim ve'yoseh haaretz u'moshe yakaro b'shamayim ima'o u'shchina uzo v'govim meromim hu Eloheinu enod emet malkeinu efes huato kakatu b'torato ve'adata hayom ve'hashevota elev avecha ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim bash Ushemo, Ushemo Echad.
And you may be seated. Now I invite those who are mourning and those observing a yard site to recite the Mourner's Kaddish, which is found on page 58. And this evening, Beth Yeshurun extends its condolences to the families of Rios Dipish, Elaine Kislik, and Janice Goldstein, who were taken from us in these last couple of days and weeks. Mourner's Kaddish, page 58. Yit Gadal, V'yit Gadash, Shemei Rabbah, V'yalma, Divrach, Yeruteh, V'yamlich Malchuteh, V'chayechon, U'v'yamechon, U'v'chayeh Dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'galau V'zman Kari, V'yamru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mivarach, Li'alam, Li'almei Almaya. Yit Barach, V'yishtabach, V'yit Pa'ar, V'yit Ramam, V'yit Naseh. V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei dekudsha berechu. Le'ila min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, da'amiron v'yalma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mramav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru amen. We have one anniversary that I know about this evening, and so I'm going to ask Eileen and Aaron Kiter to please stand. There you are. Mazel tov. Last Thanksgiving, you were with your entire family in New York City for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and to see some Broadway shows, and you had a blast, especially seeing how your granddaughters reacted. You also took a family cruise in May to celebrate a special birthday for Eileen, which you all enjoyed. And of course, it's wonderful to see Aaron and Eileen here on Shabbat in the morning. Aaron is one of our gabbais, and so we wish you a mazel tov, and may you share many more blessings of happiness in the coming years ahead, and may we be able to share them with you. Mazel tov. We have a couple of announcements. The high holidays begin, in case you haven't heard earlier this evening already. Rosh Hashanah begins Wednesday evening. We're going to have services Wednesday night, and then Thursday morning, Friday morning. The chapel service will also be Thursday evening. And we are having Tashlich on Thursday afternoon. So you can go to our website. At the top somewhere there it says High Holidays. Click there, and it gives you the whole schedule. Everything, the times, the different services that we're offering, which are a lot, and I won't go into them. Just check it all out. You should have gotten your tickets in the mail. Hopefully, if you have any questions, you can call the office to find out what happened if you didn't. But were all mailed out, and you should have received them by now. Tomorrow night is Slichot, the Saturday night before Rosh Hashanah. We have a special service. As you know, we changed the mantles on the Torah scrolls from colorful ones to white, the color of purity for the High Holy Days. We bring back the High Holy Day melodies for the first time of the year. We're going to have our High Holiday Choir. Our cantor is going to sing. But before the service at 8:30, Rabbi Fort and I and Rabbi Teller from Brit Shalom will be having a discussion about some of the prayers in the High Holy Day prayer book and how we can manage to understand them in the kind of world that we're living in today. So we are going to have a question and answer session. We have some fixed questions we're going to answer, and then take some questions from all of you who show up and want to ask us anything in the world, including how large is Jupiter. Don't expect an answer to that question. And what else are we having? Kol Nidre this year is only going to be one service. I'm sure everybody's heard that by now. We're having only one Kol Nidre service at 6:30, a compromise between the early service and the late service. I know that's going to mean most people have to eat dinner kind of early, but after all, that is about the time that the sun sets. So that's when Yom Kippur starts. So we're going to be having our service then, And it'll be a wonderful thing. We're all going to fit into the Barg Sanctuary or the chapel or Museum Minion. We don't think we'll have any problem. There's no problem with membership, but people are watching at home. We know people who can't drive here are going to be watching at home, and that's going to sort of change the balance of our attendance here. So we hope that you'll all join us for 6:30 for Kol Nidre, one of the most powerful services in the High Holy Days. And we also hope that you are all registered to vote. Although we don't tell you who to vote for, it is an important civic duty of all Americans to vote. So I hope you will all register to vote and make sure that you have plans to make sure your vote counts, however you want to do it. You can go to the texas.gov website to find all the details about how to register to vote, and we hope you'll do that. We also, again, want to wish a mazel tov to the Spelkin family and their extended family on the wonderful bar mitzvah for Ari. We're going to see Ari tomorrow do a lot more of the service. He's going to lead more of the service, read from the Torah, the Haftarah, and give a Devar Torah, so we're looking forward to that. We want to thank our band this evening, and Julie on piano, and so now we're going to go back into, we're going to call up children to bless them for the evening. So all the kids, relatives, other kids who happen to be here, come on up. We're going to give you a special blessing and then say Hamotz, Kiddush and Hamotzi. Okay. May the Holy One bless you and watch over you. May the Holy One's light shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Holy One always be mindful of you and grant you peace and happiness now and always. And together let us say, Amen. And now, Kiddush.
Shabbat kosher, be'ahabam ratzon, ililanu, zigaron l'maaseh bereshit, ki'u yom tevilah, le'izmai kodesh, ze'hem etziat Mitzrayim,
Good Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom.